What? You ready, March?
There we go.
Clerk Paul, can we call the council meeting to order, please?
Lennon.
Here.
Boywood.
Here.
Leisha.
Here.
Fate.
Here.
Pabon.
Here.
Ruiz. Here. Aranella.
Here.
Carmichael.
Here.
8 present, Mayor.
Can we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and please remain standing?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If we could please keep in our thoughts and prayers the family of Barbara Bull. She's the sister of Mary Gadini, our City of Berwyn Blight Coordinator. Robert Counts, former Public Works employee. Rosalie Belcaster, who's the mother of Joe Belcaster from our Berwyn Rec Department. And Mary Rita Flowers, who is the wife of retired Berwyn Police Officer Jan Flowers, who have all recently passed away. And let's keep our men and women on the street in our thoughts and prayers also. Thank you. If anybody wishes to address the open forum from the audience, please step forward to the podium, state your name and address. Anybody from the audience? Alderman, anything for open forum?
Yes, I have something.
Alderman Leisure?
I'm hosting another movie night at the PAV YMCA Friday, January 20, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Ice Age is the movie. It's free to all families. There will be free popcorn and lemonade. But please register at the PAV YMCA by January 17 if you are coming, and I have flyers on the table here about it. Thank you.
Okay. Any other alderman for open forum? All right, hearing none. Item C1, please.
C1 are the minutes of the Committee of the Whole and regular meeting of December 27th, 2022.
I'll make a motion.
I wanted to, there needs to be a modification to modify the minutes, because you have Alderman Lennon being the first and second.
On which minutes and what
I'm trying to
paragraph?
pull it up, so it's either Cow or Council, that he's on both. So I just make a motion
it's
to
on Cow.
modify that.
I need to know
I'm pulling it up right now, March.
where.
It's under Committee of the Whole.
Okay.
Okay. Committee of the Whole.
Down
okay,
towards the bottom?
What paragraph?
It's the
adjourn?
motions. You have Lennon as first and second.
And what's your correction,
Which
Alderman?
one? Which item?
Who's second? Did he do both?
I didn't do both.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Which
I-
item
I
are we
see.
referring to?
It's going to be C1.
C1.
And it's,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
there being no
Sorry.
further business
okay.
for committee.
I see it, and I'll try to find the recording and correct it.
Okay.
So you'd make a motion to correct the minutes or amend the minutes as,
Amend the minutes.
Second.
Okay, so do I have a motion to accept the amended minutes?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion by Ruiz, seconded by Lennon to accept the amended minutes for December 27th, 2022 from the Committee of the Whole, as well as the council minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item E1, please.
Item E1 is a communication from the BDC Director Hulsberg regarding purchase request for an ADA restroom trailer.
David?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Before you this evening, you have a memo from myself explaining the BDC's desire to purchase a ready-to-go one-station ADA restroom trailer. This would be housed up at the Berwyn shops. It would replace a porta-john that's been out there. This would be a major upgrade for us, but there's alternate uses that can also be, that this device could be used for if there's emergencies in town, if we have a sewer break and residents can't use their facilities, we can bring this facility in and have it be used. Additionally, the intent of the Berwyn shops was that it was going to be a temporary place. So temporary could be 5 years, it could be 10 years. We don't have a timeline at which point City Council says they'd like to do something else with the property. So by purchasing this particular trailer, it goes ahead and fits our present needs and is the most cost-effective methodology to upgrade from the existing porta-john at the facility.
Alderman, did you have a question?
Just one, Dave, I noticed that you put maintenance in there. Who exactly would be responsible financially and routinely for the maintenance?
The BDC would be.
Okay. So
And
that would
what
be-
we have a market manager who operates, and they take turns with responsibilities for the property. I mean, you've seen it always maintained extremely well. This would be, again, maintained well. We would hire a company to come in and pump it as needed. We would be able to fill it from water from an adjacent property that lets us do that. So it's really a nice step up from what we have. The number one complaint that we heard from both vendors and patrons, I know you've been there, is walking into a porta-john that has an open septic area that does have some odors. This will have no odors, and the neighborhood will be greatly benefiting by.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I'll make the motion to concur with the BDC. Recommendation to purchase the ready-to-go restroom trailer not to exceed $49,520.65.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by Fate, to concur with the recommendation of Berwyn Development Corporation, allow them to purchase the ready-to-go trailer for the amount of $49,520.65 to be paid from the Roosevelt Road Tax Increment Fund. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon.
Aye.
Boywood.
Aye.
Leisure.
Aye.
Fate.
Aye.
Pabon.
Nay.
Ruiz.
Aye.
Aaronella.
Aye.
Carmichael.
No.
Motion
6
carried.
ayes.
Item E2, please.
E2 is a communication from BDC Director Holzberg regarding commercial vacancy report.
This report is just informational to bring you up to date. We are in the process right now of hiring an individual to go ahead and enforce the vacancy ordinance for the city, and we'll be up and running within the next 60 days with that program.
I'll make a motion to accept this communication as informational.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by Fate, to accept as informational. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item F1, please.
Item F1 is a proclamation honoring Carlo Reina. Carlo Reina has been employed by the City of Berwyn since August 19, 1996, working under former mayors Thomas Shaughnessy, Michael O'Connor, and present Mayor Robert Lavero. And whereas Carl was promoted to the rank of lieutenant on July 14, 2008, and whereas Carl was promoted to the rank of deputy chief on September 10, 2015, and whereas Carl, along with his siblings Maria, Sal, Annette, Ben, and Julia, were raised in Berwyn by their father, the legendary Dad, and their mother, the even greater legend Rosalie. And whereas Carl attended both St. Leonard Grade School and Morton West High School, where he graduated summa cum laude, and whereas Carl was drafted by Penn State University, but he declined the offer and decided to hang up his cleats and attend medical school. Well, not really, but he worked at McNeil Hospital and he did wear scrubs. And whereas Carl conned his high school crush Kelly into marrying him on Sweetest Day in 1998, and may we add, she is his much, 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 much better half. And whereas Carl and Kelly raised 3 children, Gabriella, Carl III, and Jack, where Carl stayed active, instructing them in football, wrestling, and lacrosse, all while telling their coaches that they're doing it all wrong. And whereas Carl knew everything there is to know about the Berwyn Fire Department, including, but not limited to, how to destroy a fan, and how to mash together multiple pieces of Benny's Pizza into a pizza sandwich. And whereas Carl never shied away from a challenge in the firehouse, he welcomed Krispy Kreme donuts to Illinois by crushing 3 dozen donuts in 12 minutes flat, but unfortunately came up short halfway through the White Castle Crave Case challenge by only eating a case and a half within 30 minutes instead of 2. We told him he should have went for the singles. And whereas Carl was voted furriest, most adorable little gizmo in Berwyn Fire Department history, and whereas pizza again. And whereas Carl has the unique ability to pontificate as a subject matter expert on literally everything in the world, especially at the kitchen table and TRT drills. Does that make sense? And you following me? And whereas Carl Rihanna, a neighborhood kid from Berwyn, rose through the ranks of the old BFD and will now use his talents to benefit the Sycamore Fire Department, but Berwyn will always be his home. And whereas Carl will bring his unique Berwyn weird to Sycamore and whip that fire department into shape. Thankfully, he already found Ellison's Bakery in downtown Sycamore for his next food challenge. And whereas the city of Berwyn would like to extend its best wishes to a devoted employee and leader for a retirement filled with joy, the love of his family and friends, and good health as he embarks on the next chapter of his life. And therefore, I, Robert Lavero, and the aldermen of the city of Berwyn would like to extend its appreciation and thanks to Mr. Carl Rihanna for his 26 years and 4 months of service, and do hereby proclaim January 10th, 2023 as Carl J. Rihanna Jr. Day in the city of Berwyn.
Carl, we have your proclamation. We thought it appropriate that it comes in this package.
Thank you very much, all of you. Thank you all. Thank you for the leadership that you've given the city. Thank you. Seriously.
Good luck.
It doesn't go unnoticed, the work that you guys do. Thank you.
You gotta hold it up, Carl.
Do I have a motion? Do I have a motion on the proclamation?
I move that we accept this proclamation honoring Carl Rihanna for his 26 years and 4 months of service with the Berwyn Fire Department, authorize the corporate authorities to affix the necessary signatures and place it on its way to passage, and congratulate Carl Rihanna and thank him for his years of service to our community.
Second.
Motion by Leja, seconded by Ruiz, to adopt the proclamation, affix the necessary signatures, place on its way to passage. Thank Carl for all his years of service to the city of Berwyn and the residents of the city of Berwyn, and wish Kelly all the good luck in the world. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Item F2, please.
Item F2 is a proclamation honoring Pete Fesolowski. Whereas on January 12, 2023, the Berwyn Development Corporation proudly honored Pete Fesolowski with the 37th Annual Charles E. Piper Award, which highlights individuals who have contributed to the economic vitality of the city of Berwyn. And therefore, I, Robert J. Lavero, and the aldermen of the city of Berwyn congratulate Pete on receiving the 2022 Charles E. Piper Award from the Berwyn Development Corporation, which recognizes him for his contributions to economic vitality in Berwyn.
I will make a motion to adopt this proclamation and congratulate Pete Fajewski, sorry, as the 2023 Piper Award recipient, to fix the necessary signatures and send it on its way to passage.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by Ruiz, to adopt the proclamation, congratulate Pete for receiving the 37th Annual Charles E. Piper Award, fix the necessary signatures, and place on its way to passage. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item F3, please.
F3 is a proclamation honoring W3 Body, a woman's gym, receiving the George Ashby Award. On January 12th, the Berwyn Development Corporation will proudly recognize W3 Body, a women's gym, as the recipient of the 13th Annual George W. Ashby Award for Business Excellence. Therefore, I, Robert J. Lavero, and the aldermen of the city of Berwyn congratulate Jamie Ravel W3 Body, a women's gym, on receiving the 2022 George W. Ashby Award from the Berwyn Development Corporation for presenting a professional and favorable image to Berwyn.
Motion, somebody?
I'll make a motion to adopt this proclamation. Congratulate Jamie Reville from W3 Body as a recipient of the George W. Ashby Award. Affix the necessary signatures and send it on its way to passage.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by Pabon, to adopt the proclamation awarding Jamie Revelle of W3 Body, a woman's gym, for the 2022 George Ashby Award. Affix the necessary signatures and place on its way to passage. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item G1, please.
Item G1 is a communication from the clerk apprising the city council of early voting issues. Please consider this informational.
I just have a question. So Marge, is this formalizing that we're not gonna have an early voting site?
No, we certainly will try, but every year it gets harder. And to have to take a door off the building in order to get their equipment in just is such a hardship. I stayed here until 9:30, 10 o'clock for the equipment truck to arrive. The drivers wouldn't assist me, so I personally had to take the door off. So it just gets harder and harder every time in order to find space.
So have conversations been had with the schools, parks this year?
If
Or-
you
I
read
know
the
formally
communication-
you have.
if
I
you
did
read the
read it, but it
communication,
wasn't clear if it was this year
We have to
or
have
previous
a
years.
space that is only dedicated to early voting. It has to be locked, and it can't be used for any other purpose. And so it's very difficult for all of the other local government entities to push their programming aside so that they could have a secure space. There's almost none available.
Okay, so my question was, have these conversations been had for this year?
No,
or-
not yet, because
Okay.
we haven't received the signal from the clerk's, the county clerk's office saying that they even want Berwyn to be an early voting site.
Okay, thank you.
Be my motion to consider as informational.
Second.
Motion by Fate, seconded by Leonard, to consider informational. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item G2, please.
Item G2 is a communication from the clerk regarding the handicap application at 1441, with a staff recommendation to deny. I'm sorry, 1441 Clinton. No, I'm sorry, application number 1441 at 2340 South Clinton.
It'd be my motion that we consider this as, as a denial for 2340 South Clinton Avenue.
Second.
Motion by Aaronella, seconded by Ruiz, to concur with the denial of the handicap spot at 2340 South Clinton. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item I1, please.
Item I1 is communication from Alderman Pabon regarding rodent abatement, requesting authority to publish for the proposal.
It'd be my motion that council approve this recommendation to widely publish the rodent abatement consultant request for qualifications as presented.
Second.
Motion by Pabon, seconded by Lennon, to concur with the request to publish the consultant RFQ, which was presented to the ad hoc rodent abatement committee, and put it out published. You want it widely published, you said?
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item I2, please.
Item I2 is a communication from the Fire and Police Commission regarding a probationary police officer, Ted Boss.
I move that we accept this communication from the Fire and Police Commission certifying Ted Boss as the next eligible probationary police officer for the Berwyn Police Department as informational.
Second.
Motion by Leja, seconded by Lennon, to consider the communication accepting probationary police officer Ted Boss as informational. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item J1.
J1 is a communication from Police Chief Semaglia with a request to hire one patrol officer.
I move that we concur with Police Chief Michael Samaglia's request to promote one patrol officer to the civil service rank of sergeant.
Second.
Motion by Leja, seconded by Lennon, to concur with Chief Semaglia and allow the promotion of one patrol officer to civil service rank as sergeant from the current list. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item J2, please.
Item J2 is a communication from Fire Chief Hayes regarding the swearing-in of probationary firefighter Elizabeth Stryker.
I move that we accept this communication from Fire Chief Hayes introducing Elizabeth Stryker to be sworn in as probationary firefighter paramedic as informational.
Second.
Motion by Leja, seconded by Lennon, to introduce probationary firefighter, paramedic Elizabeth Stricker, I believe is how you pronounce the last name, and accepted as informational. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Elizabeth?
Please raise your right hand. To you, Elizabeth Stryker, having been appointed to the rank of probationary paramedic firefighter for the City of Berwyn Fire Department in the County of Cook, do solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and faithfully discharge the duties of your newly appointed position to the best of your ability. I do. Congratulations.
All right, at this time, I'm going to pin Liz's first badge on. Take some pictures. Go ahead. Go ahead, you guys. Yeah, I can take it with your hand. Over your shoulder.
Congratulations, Elizabeth. Item J3, please.
Item J3 is a communication from Chief Hayes regarding the swearing in of Kevin Cooper as engineer.
I move that we accept this communication from Fire Chief Thomas Hayes introducing firefighter paramedic Kevin Cooper to be sworn in as engineer as informational.
Second.
Motion by Leja, seconded by Lennon, to communicate the firefighter paramedic Kevin Cooper's promotion to engineer, considered informational. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Kevin?
Please raise your right hand. Do you, Kevin Cooper, having been promoted to the rank of engineer for the City of Berwyn Fire Department in the County of Cook, do solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and faithfully discharge the duties of your new rank to the best of your ability? Congratulations.
Congratulations, Kevin. Item J4, please.
J4 is a communication from Chief Hayes, a request to purchase 3 replacement vehicles.
I will make that motion, but first I'd like to explain it. The purpose of this communication is to seek permission to proceed with the purchase of 3 new Ford Interceptors. The purchase will replace a 2008 Ford Explorer, which was declared surplus in January 2022, a 2008 Ford Expedition, which no longer is able to be used for emergency response, and one 2013 Ford Expedition, which will be repurposed. Due to the manufacturing and supply chain delays, we have been unable to purchase vehicles for the past 2 years. $150,000 was budgeted for the fiscal year 2023 in the capital project invention plan for this purpose. They have also been included in the fire department's 10-year vehicle replacement plan. Therefore, I move that we concur with the Berwyn Fire Chief Thomas Hayes' request to have the sealed bidding process waived and approve the purchase of 3 2023 Ford Interceptors for a total cost of $122,235.
Second.
Motion by Leja, seconded by Lennon, to concur with the recommendation of Chief Hayes, waive the sealed bidding process, and approve the purchase of the 3 2023 Ford Interceptors for a total cost of $122,235. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon.
Aye.
Roywood.
Aye.
Leisure.
Aye.
Fate.
Aye.
Pabon.
Aye.
Ruiz.
Aye.
Aaronella.
Aye.
Carmichael.
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. Consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Who seconded?
Carmichael.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by Carmichael, to approve the consent agenda as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Aldermanic committee meetings. Alderman Lennon.
Call to chair.
Alderman Roywood.
Call to chair.
Alderman Leja.
Call of the chair.
Alderman Fate.
Call it, Chair.
Alderman Pabon.
Call the chair.
Alderman Ruiz.
Public Works Committee will meet on the first council meeting date, March 14th, 1 hour before COW.
Alderman Aaronella.
Call the chair.
Alderman Carmichael.
Call the chair. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion adjourned by Carmichael, seconded by Lennon. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're on your way. I tried to do it with feeling.